Now let's continue our conversation with Linda Lovin. Linda, that was a great message for us, and I wonder what you think about gratitude as it relates to attitude. We live in a negative world, lots of things to deal with. How does the gratitude lead us to a more positive attitude and a life of abundance?
Oh, exactly. Coming from the abundant place, I love that you used that word, because I get alarmed with how many people come at life from a scarcity perspective.
Right.
And it makes us fearful, anxious, greedy, a long list. Mm-hmm. And that's why in the sermon I gave this, or the reflection I should say, I really wasn't preaching at you, but that little kind of what to do at the end list, just simply lying in bed and thinking of what you're grateful for. And over time, I think that does help shape how we're looking at the world. Mm-hmm. Just that subtle tweaking. It's, like a little bit of exercise, if you will, which I'm not so good at. Leave me with a theological thing.
Right. We all need those handles, Linda.
We do.
And you say giving thanks in all circumstances, but what are the times you yourself would have rather said to God, take back your gifts?
It's a very challenging question. I don't know if I can actually point to such a time. Maybe it's because I grew up in this family where gratitude was constantly emphasized. But I've also found in my ministry that often when things are at their worst, people do find that holy place deep within that is grateful. And they're amazed. I mean, think at a funeral. So often there's such a gut-wrenching response to the loss, but in the midst of that, what rises up with family and friends is the gratitude that people ever even were and the gifts that they brought.
The people who have lost loved ones,
Yeah.
or I have a friend who just told me that her cancer has come back. What are the words, Linda, you as a pastor and in your long, wonderful journey, what are the words that work?
Well, I rely on a woman mystic, my soul sister Julian of Norwich from the 14th century, who in the midst of plague, economic turmoil, peasants' revolt, disaster, even hurricanes, spoke the healing, powerful words of gratitude, all shall be well, and all will be well, and thou shalt see thyself that all manner of things shall be well. And I think part of why that speaks to people in crisis and loss and turmoil is you want the big picture again. Give me the big picture. Tell me I'm known by God, that the God has numbered the hairs on my head.
We start to talk about Julian, and that takes us down a road of your path personally, of where you've come now. Talk to us a little bit about how you started with your acting, and it segued into your ministry, and now you're back to acting and writing and so forth.
I know you kind of need a Dramamine to follow my life right now.
It's very interesting.
But I did start with the theater, and while I was in ministry, I wasn't able to do group productions because of the schedule. So when I discovered this one-woman drama by J. Jonda, Julian of Norwich, and started performing that, I realized how these ancient words so speak to our times. And Julian also shaped me because she slowed me down, gave me focus, taught me the need for meditation and quiet, something also lost in our culture right now, and comes out of that scarcity thinking in a way, don't you think?
I think it's really making time to be grateful, as you talk about at the end of the evening or in the beginning of the morning, just putting that little time aside. The rewards are so great.
Well, not only that, life passes you by otherwise.
Right.
I have to know what's on your list at night and first thing in the morning.
Oh, usually food is right at the top. And then friends and the seasons. I'm so taken with God's creation. What a magnificent artist.
It's very similar to the Jesuit practice of the daily examen that you talk about.
Absolutely.
Where we stop and we take inventory and we give gratitude and thanks, and then it helps us connect more into our relationship with God.
And what the Jesuits add in is also where were the points of conflict in the day?
Right.
Where did it not go so well?
Right.
But that's a whole nother reflection. You'll have to ask me back for that.
Now, how did gratitude play a part in your amazing transition, Linda, from pulpit to stage and television?
I am so grateful that that transition is behind me, because it was really grueling. It was very hard to leave my congregation and hard to give up the pulpit, as they say. But I wrestled like, was it Jacob by the river with God at night? I don't know. That's either Shakespeare or the Bible. I'm not sure which. But all this wrestling, my gratitude was when that was over. And one morning I just got up and I knew that this was God's hand in my life saying, go back to the theater, reach people who might not currently be coming to church through TV and drama.
Well, and this is how a lot of people get into the tent, the
Yes.
dialogue between the church and the arts.
Well, I was going
Oh,
to say,
yes.
I bet you look at your acting as a form of ministry, obviously, as well.
Absolutely.
It's a
Absolutely.
continuation of what
Absolutely,
you've been
but the Calvinist in me had to make peace with that first. You know,
Okay.
is this really working to act?
In the final moment we have, Linda,
Yeah.
can you give us just a scoop on your current television script writing?
Well, yeah, you know, my attorney will be after me, but the pilot is geared toward a drama about parish ministry to help the broader culture understand how fascinating this work is, how complex it is. It's been really stereotyped and oversimplified in entertainment and in the media. And so I'm eager to turn that around and get people in their living rooms asking questions of faith.
We wish you the best of luck with that,
Oh,
absolutely.
you're so gracious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Linda, wonderful to have you here.
Thanks.